Hello, and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. I'm Moose, and today we're taking a look at this guy. I know. I've already done a review of this. This is the Pilar, but this is the Blade HQ exclusive. The Pilar in S35VN, which, oh yeah, that's one of my gripes. I'll talk about that in a sec. So, we'll get some specs on it. Basically, it's the exact same as your typical Pilar. Blade length, or the overall length is 5.9 inches. The blade length, 2.4 inches. Blade thickness is 0.15 inches thick, which I do really like about this. It's a little bit more of a robust, strong little dude. Um, the handle length is 3.5 inches. Handle thickness is 0.44 inches. And the overall weight is 3.5 ounces. Now, obviously we have to do a comparison because the original one, which I already took the scale off, the standard one, so this is the one with the micarta, but normally it has a stainless steel scale. Oh, here it is. It has the stainless steel scale, and that is actually where a lot of the weight goes. So since I changed it to micarta, it got really light, and this one comes with my carbon fiber scale. But that being said, if we were comparing it to the regular one with the stainless steel scale, the stainless steel scale is, it weighs 4.2 ounces compared to now 3.5. So that was kind of a hang up for anyone who really likes a lighter knife. If you didn't customize it with the new scale, the standard one comes with the stainless steel, and it's actually a pretty heavy little knife for the size. That being said, there isn't much weight difference. I will say that this linen micarta one scale is just a tiny bit lighter. And I think partly is because it is a thinner handle scale. But, yeah. But enough about this one. We already did something with that. But here's the carbon fiber. It is a really nice carbon fiber handle scale. Much thicker, a little bit thicker than your other one, but it's very uniform, really well done. The fit and finish, honestly, on this S35 exclusive one is a lot better. I did get some scratches on the spacer there, though, but I mean, the fit and finish is just awesome on this compared to the one I had before. So, now they did do another exclusive prior to this where they did have a carbon fiber scale, I believe, or at least they had like the orange or black version. I can't remember. They've come up with a couple different versions, but this specifically one comes with the carbon fiber, and it's S35V and blade, which is a big step up from the HCR13 MOV blade steel that was on the original Pilar. But other than that, other than the blade steel and the handle scale, it's exactly alike. Same back 2-option, tip up or tip down carry as far as the pocket clips go. Stainless steel frame lock, aluminum back spacers the same, and all the hardware is the same. And real quick, the one person commented, why is there a hole in this handle scale and on the other ones there isn't? Because they needed a hole for the stop pin, and I guess they decided to just drill through, so hopefully that answered that question. That being said, I do really like this new variation. The carbon fiber is just really nice, really lightens the load, and makes it much more pleasurable to carry. Now, the blade on the original with the HCR13 blade steel actually held up decently well. Just the grind angle and what I was cutting for it held up well. I didn't use it tremendously, but that being said, the S35VN is going to hold the edge way better and hold up to wear and tear way better. But my only gripe is that there is no markings on the blade. Now, some people do not like markings on the blade. I like subtle markings on the blade. Obviously, if they have a really gaudy logo, I mean, that's pretty small. But what I do really appreciate is when a blade puts on the actual blade steel. So on this Benchmade, it's S30V, really small, but it lets you know, hey, this steel is S30V. With these, it's literally the exact same marking, though this one says 35 or 5311 CF2, so carbon fiber 2. So this must be the second carbon fiber variant, which is the S35VN, but it doesn't say S35VN. So if I had the other one that was carbon fiber with the HCR13 blade steel, if I didn't see that 2, I might not know it's the second version. And please correct me if I'm wrong, because I get, when they have so many different variations out there, it gets a little confusing. So, but one thing I would have liked is just to see that it says S35VN. But other than that, awesome. Really no difference. I will say that the carbon fiber does add a slight bit of grip. I mean, it's ever so slight as far as texture compared to the original stainless steel. But it just looks awesome. Really turned this into a gentleman's folder. Much more classy. And I prefer my knives at 3.5 ounces or less. And with that, it's great. I do, though, prefer the Linen Micarta scale. I just think it has a little bit more of a classier. I mean, it looks dirty and whatnot, but to me, it just has more of that old school, like woodsman pocket knife, and then it just makes kind of these polished hardware pop a little bit more. So, I don't know. That's just me. I might actually take this Linen Micarta scale and put it with the S35 blade. So, and the one gripe, yes, the other thing with this Linen Micarta scale is that the D-hole, there isn't a D-hole in the actual scale, so you have to rely on the D-hole that is in the actual frame lock side. But even then, the D is so shallow that it barely has a flat spot to prevent the pin from rotating, and the pin can actually turn in there. So, CRKT, please improve on that D-hole for the pivot pin, because it was a pain in the butt to get this tight, and because of that, the centering is really off on this, which kind of sucks, but I don't know, I'm going to work with it. Other than that, the centering on this carbon fiber is awesome, and everything's just really good. So, excellent job, Blade HQ. A quick ugly brown glove test, and then we're off to the races. Yeah, like I said, the carbon fiber adds just a titch more texture. Barely noticeable, but it is slightly more noticeable. The finger choils in this knife with the front finger choil is great. There's no jimping up top, but easy enough to disengage the lock, open and close it. Oop. And yeah, just an awesome little brute of a sheep's foot knife. So really love it. And I don't need to compare it to anything else because you've seen there's a million of these. So my take on it, definitely improvements, definitely a decent price. And if I were to buy any version of this, I would recommend the carbon fiber version with the upgraded blade steel. You'll be happy with it. And after that, you can buy other third-party scales. Blade HQ has a ton of different colors and materials that you can use to customize this knife. But definitely recommend it. And if you can't afford this one, you still got the budget option one, which I believe at the time of this video is around 22 bucks. So under $25 for the original one, and you can test that out before you even purchase the big one. It might be sold out also at the time of this video. I know these things sell like hotcakes, so but hopefully it's a permanent stay at Blade HQ, and you'll always be able to get this variation. If not, try to grab one when you can. Other than that, thank you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the two variations that I have, at least in the handle scales, and then the variation between the original and the other. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you outside. Thank you.